Okay. Hoping the tactic of putting the egghead in first will work. You want an early slip-up then. Okay, CJ. In which US state is Disneyland theme park located? California, Texas, or New Jersey?
Not sure there's anything of much value in New Jersey. And there's plenty of Disney stuff with the bushes in Texas. But I think Disneyland's in California.
You think California, Disneyland? Did you visit it on your trip, Colin? You were in, I know you were in Nevada next door. Did you get into California?
No, we did, but we went to Northern California, San Francisco. So.
Okay. Having given the answer away there, which CJ well knows. Yes, of course it's correct. Disneyland in California. Okay, Colin, first question for you then. Ladywood, Selly Oak and Perry Bar are all names applied to parliamentary constituencies in which city? Glasgow, Birmingham or Cardiff?
Well, I've never heard of Ladywood, but I've definitely heard of Selly Oak. I'm pretty sure it's in Birmingham.
Birmingham, just identifying the one of them. Doesn't matter, they're all in the same city, and that is Birmingham. Well done. CJ, second question. Which country has a city called London with a population of about 350,000, situated on the Thames River in Middlesex County? Is it Canada, Jamaica or South Africa?
I think Canada, Dermot.
Canada. It's all the same apart from the population. Canada is correct. Well done, CJ. 2 to you. Okay, Colin, good start for you. Let's see how you do with your second. The US city of Philadelphia is located on which major river? Is it the Delaware, the Hudson or the Missouri?
I'm not too sure on this one, actually. Pretty sure it's not the Missouri. I think that's further south. The Hudson River. Not sure I've heard of the Delaware River. I'm going to go for Hudson, but I'm not too confident, actually.
Not too confident on the Hudson? You're right not to be. It's not correct, Colin. It is the Delaware, the one you hadn't heard of.
Yeah.
Well, CJ has a chance to win it then if he gets this. CJ, the island of Benbecula separates which other two Scottish islands? North and South Uist, Isle of Harris and the Isle of Lewis, or Jura and Isla?
Now, Benbecula, I think, is the airport of the Orkneys. I think that's the... Or is it the Shetland? I don't think it's the Hebrides, so I'm going to rule out Harris and Lewis. So here we are with the inevitable 50-50 chance. I'm going to pick the wrong one, so I'll just jump in and pick it. Jura and Islay.
Jura and Islay, Eggheads?
North and South Uist.
Yeah, it is North and South Uist, which is very good news for you, Colin. So you're saved, but unsaved if you get this wrong, if you know what I mean. You've got to get this to take us into sudden death. What sort of terrain is the Taklamakan region of China? Is it a rainforest, grassland, or desert?
Well, I've not heard of it. China. It's a vast country, so there's obviously lots of different. It's quite feasible that all three of those type of terrains could be there. I'm going to go for desert.
Okay. Well, is that old roulette wheel luck going to return? It's the right answer. Yes, desert. Okay, we go to sudden death then, and Colin, that means we remove those choices. So, just got to hear answers from you both. CJ's first. In terms of area, which is the second largest of the world's oceans?
It's the Atlantic. The Atlantic.
It is the Atlantic, yes. Second largest of the world's oceans. Thank you, CJ. Correct. Okay, Colin. Which Swiss city is famous for its bear pit, where bears have been kept on display since 1480?
Well, I've never heard of a bear pit in Switzerland, I must say, so I'm just basically going to have to guess a Swiss city. So I'm going to say Geneva, just probably because it's the largest city to my knowledge.
Okay, Geneva, bear pits. Don't know if they had them, but they don't have them now. Not Geneva. Do you know, CJ? You could easily have been put in second.
Well, I would have gone for Zurich because it is the largest city.
It's not Zurich either. Other
It's in the
Eggheads.
name, Bern.
It's in the name. Burn. Is bear in that?
It's derived from bear, yeah.
But that ends this round, Colin. I'm sorry to say no place for you in the final round. CJ, I'm sorry to say you'll be there. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Good effort, Colin, just not to be, but it's early days. Lunkheads have lost one brain from the final round. The Eggheads are all still there. We'll play our next subject then, shall we? This is sport. Ah, and Colin, you'd have quite fancied this, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that was my second choice, really.
Well, you know, have you got your plan right? Well, Colin can't play twice in the head-to-heads.
Well,
who else is it going to be?
Yeah, John.
I think we thought John would probably do that.
Yes, that's fine, yeah.
OK, John, and from the Eggheads, it can't be CJ, any of the other four.
Judith, please.
OK, yes, of course. Well, let's have John from the Lunkheads and millionaire winner Judith into the question room, please. John, now, would you like to go first or second?
I'd like to go second, please.
Judith, off-cutters and leg cutters are skills in which element of cricket? Bowling, fielding or batting?
Well, I don't think it's bowling, and I don't think it's fielding. I think it must be batting.
OK. Batting, off-cutters and leg cutters. I'm sorry, Judith, it's not batting. It is Eggheads. Do you know other Eggheads?
Bowling.
Bowling. It's bowling. Off-cutters and leg cutters. Right, well, that's the start you wanted, John. That's the first bit of it done. The next bit is getting your first question right. Which jockey was riding Nijinsky when he won the 1970 Epsom Derby? Is it Willie Carson, Lester Piggott or Gordon Richards?
OK, well, I think Willie Carson would perhaps be too young to have ridden in 1970. I've heard of Nijinsky. I have to say my gut feeling is Lester Piggott, so I'm going to say Lester Piggott.
OK. That's what I always call the Goldilocks question there. Too young, Willie Carson. Too old, Gordon Richards. And just right, Lester Piggott is the right answer. That's if you don't know it outright. You worked that out very, very well, John. OK. Judith. Which English rugby union club plays its home matches at Kingston Park? Sale, Leicester or Newcastle? Which English rugby union club plays its home matches at Kingston Park?
Sale.
Sale.
Yeah.
Kingston Park, is it Sale? Other Eggheads?
It's Newcastle.
It's Newcastle, Judith. Newcastle.
Can I go home now?
Well, very, very soon, I think. But I did just need to go through the formality of putting another question to John. OK, John, she's got two wrong. If you get this, as you know, you're through to the final round. Alex Ferguson managed the Scottish national football team at which World Cup finals? Spain 1982, Mexico 1986 or Italy 1990?
Right. I'm actually a Manchester United fan, but I'm actually surprised. I don't recall him actually managing Scotland, but clearly he did, because neither of, you know, the option of none of those dates is not available. So he was a Manchester United manager in 1990. He joined Manchester United around 1986. By process of elimination, I'm going to say Mexico 1986.
OK, Mexico 1986. And a lot of knowledge there, Manchester United fan. And got the right answer, yes, Mexico 1986. You're through to the final round. Judith's wish has come true. And Egghead's just on Alex Ferguson. Presumably then Manchester United recruited him from Scotland, that he would have gone to the World Cup finals and joined Manchester United.
Yeah, he'd been Aberdeen manager up to that point, and then managed Scotland briefly, and then Man U.
And Man United since then, as identified by John, really had to get that, didn't you? You couldn't go to the bar with your Man United friends, get that one wrong. And Judith, yes, your wish has come true. You can go and relax now and sit out the rest of the game. You're not playing in the final round. John, you will be there. Great asset, I think, to the Lunkheads. Would you both please come back and join your teams? Well, solid round there by John has evened it up. Both teams now have lost one brain from the final round. Our next subject today is film and television. Who'd like to play this one?
Calvin Sullivan.
I'm going to do that one.
Right, OK, Claire. This plan's beginning to work, I can see. Who would you like to play from the Eggheads? It can't be Judith or CJ, so that leaves Daphne, Barry or Kevin.
We're going to go for Barry.
OK, then. Let's have Claire and Barry in the question room, please. Claire, would you like to go first or second?
I think I'm going to stick with the team strategy and go second, please, Dermot.
Worked for John, didn't work for Colin. Let's hope it works for Claire. Barry, which 2001 natural history series, narrated by David Attenborough, concerned life in the world's oceans? The First Eden, Life in the Freezer, or The Blue Planet?
Absolutely wonderful series, and I watched every episode more than once, and it was The Blue Planet.
The Blue Planet is the right answer. Well done, Barry. Good start. OK, Claire. Computer says no is a catchphrase used by a character in which TV comedy series? Is it Little Britain, The Royal Family, or I'm Alan Partridge?
OK, well, I'm a big fan of all three of these, so this shouldn't really be a problem. I'm going to go for Little Britain, Dermot.
Little Britain. Computer says no. Yes, of course it is. There we go. Good start. Barry, second question for you. In which film did Colin Firth play a character called Paul Ashworth, who was based on the author Nick Hornby? Is it High Fidelity, About a Boy, or Fever Pitch?
Lots of Nick Hornby novels there. Which one was it? I'm going to assume Nick Hornby is a true football fan because he wrote Fever Pitch, and go for Fever Pitch.
Fever Pitch it is. Fever Pitch concerning Arsenal. OK, well, it's 2 to Barry and Claire. Second question for you. The actress born Margarita Cancino in New York in 1918 is better known by what name? Lauren Bacall, Dorothy Lamour, or Rita Hayworth?
OK, this is a tough one. I'm not really sure. I'm going to go on gut instinct, and I'm going to go for Lauren Bacall.
OK, Lauren Bacall. It's incorrect. It's not Lauren Bacall, Claire. Barry, do you know?
It's the lustrous Rita Hayworth.
It is Rita Hayworth. Rita Hayworth there, not Lauren Bacall. So, Barry, you win the round if you give me a correct answer to this one. Which television comedy series was the creation of Rob Grant and Doug Naylor? The Britass Empire, Red Dwarf, or Father Ted?
This is my all-time favourite sci-fi comedy series, and CJ just told me that it's coming back. I couldn't be a more delighted person than I am at this moment. It's Red Dwarf.
Red Dwarf. Unfortunately, it's the way they fall. This first set of questions has suited you, Barry. It is the right answer. You are through to the final round. Barry will be back to play in the final round, and Claire, you won't be. I'm sorry. Would you both please come back and join your teams? OK, Lunkheads, at the moment you've lost 2 brains from the final round. The Eggheads have lost 1. We're playing our last head-to-head now before that final round, so it could be all square in terms of players in the final round. If you win this music category, it's music and Tony or Steve to play it.
This is going to be Claire's as well.
This is mine, yeah.
It's got to be the iPhone.
Yes, I shall take this one.
Yeah.
OK, Steve, and waiting for you in the question room can be either Kevin or Daphne.
Kevin, I think.
Kevin, OK, let's have the battle between Steve and 3-time world quiz champion Kevin. It's music. The question room is the place you should go. Steve, what are you going to do? Are you going to stick with the team plan, presumably, and go second, or do you want to go first? It's your choice.
I think that I'm actually going to take the first set of questions, if you don't mind.
OK, here you go, Steve. Good luck with it. The name Father Mackenzie appears in which song by the Beatles? Lovely Rita, Eleanor Rigby, or Michelle?
Well, Lovely Rita and Michelle are songs that I'm not familiar with. I am familiar with Eleanor Rigby, so I'm going to say Eleanor Rigby.
Phew. Great sigh of relief from the Lunkheads and me. It's the right answer, yes, Eleanor Rigby with Father Mackenzie in there. We won't go through the lyrics. Phew, thank goodness that was the one you'd heard of. OK, Kevin, the title song of which stage and film musical starts with the line, "What good is sitting alone in your room?" Rather apt, given where you are at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Sound of Music, Cabaret, or Oklahoma? The title song of which stage and film musical starts with the line, "What good is sitting alone in your room?"
And I'm not wearing fishnet stockings either.
How do we know?
Well, you just have to take my word for it. It's Cabaret.
Cabaret is the right answer, Kevin. There's an image to conjure with, isn't it? Ooh.
Not really.
No, exactly.
No.
One each. OK, Steve, second question. in the Hall of the Mountain King is a piece of orchestral music by which composer? Grieg, Elgar or Schubert?
I have heard of this one. I must say that I'm being drawn again to the second choice here, so I'm going to say Elgar.
Elgar, okay.
Elgar.
Hall of the Mountain King. It's not, it's Grieg. Grieg, I'm sorry. So a chance for Kevin. The Shock of the Lightning was a UK top 10 hit single in 2008. For which group? Coldplay, Oasis or Keane?
I've seen the title. I've just got to try and remember which of them it was. Oasis have had their new album is Dig Out Your Soul. Now, was that released as a single, or did they have this? I'm going to say Oasis.
It's the right answer, Kevin.
Yeah.
Means you've got to get this then, Steve. Which musician used his nickname, the Father of the Blues, as the title of his 1941 autobiography? Robert Johnson, Big Joe Turner or W.C. Handy?
I fear this is to be a complete shot in the dark, unfortunately. I'm going to have to say here W.C. Handy.
Got to get it right, and you have done. W.C. Handy. Shot in the dark, you've landed it. Okay, just got to hope Kevin doesn't know this then. Which Russian composer conducted at the opening concert of New York's Carnegie Hall in 1891? Tchaikovsky, Rimsky-Korsakov or Glazunov?
Well, it's not Glazunov. Just trying to think. I know that Tchaikovsky certainly visited America, and it was, that was towards the end of his life. That was within a couple of years of the end of his life. Rimsky-Korsakov, that's... I'm not aware of him having visited the States. I know Tchaikovsky did, so I'm going to have to go for Tchaikovsky.
Tchaikovsky, conductor at New York's Carnegie Hall in 1891. The opening concert is the right answer, Kevin. You've won the round. Not to be for you, Steve. Sorry about that. Would you both please come back and join your teams?